Major General Albert Stubblebine. I am retired Army Major General. In my last assignment, my last command, I was responsible for all of the Army's strategic intelligence forces around the world. I had responsibility for the signals intelligence, photo intelligence, counterintelligence, human intelligence. They all belong to me in my last assignment. In addition, I've had other assignments in which I was responsible for, as for instance, the photo interpretation at the strategic level. In those days, we couldn't even talk about photos that came from very, very high up. Today, I'm not sure about what the classifications are, but everybody knows that we're looking at photographs that come from very, very high altitudes. As a young officer, I was responsible for the Army's Photo Interpretation Center stationed in the National Photo Interpretation Center. So I have had a lot of experience in looking at photographs. Photographs from a strategic level, photographs from a tactical level. I have looked at many, many different kinds of photographs from many, many different platforms on many, many different countries around the world.
Okay, so on September the 11th in 2001, what hit the Pentagon?
I don't know exactly what hit it, but I do know from the photographs that I have analyzed and looked at very, very carefully, it was not an airplane.
What made you believe that?
Well, for one thing, if you look at the hole that was made in the Pentagon, and you look at the distance that look at the nose of an airplane, and then look to see where the wings are on the airplane, the nose penetrated far enough so that there should have been wing marks on the walls of the Pentagon. I have been unable to find those wing marks. So where were they? Did this vehicle, or whatever it was, have wings? Apparently not, because if it had had wings, they would have made marks on the side of the Pentagon. One person counteracted my theory and said, oh, well, you got it all wrong, and the reason that it's wrong is that as the airplane came across, one wing tipped down and hit the ground and broke off. I said, fine, that's possible. One wing could have broken off. But if I understand airplanes correctly, most airplanes have two wings. I haven't met an airplane with only one wing. So where was the mark for the second wing? Okay, one broke off. There should have been a mark for the second wing. I could not find that in any of the photographs that I've analyzed. Now, I've been very careful to not say what went in there. Why? Because I don't have that evidence. What I do have is my own analysis of the photographs that have been made available, and I've looked at them very, very carefully. I've taken a look at the statistics on the airplane that should have been there if it was an airplane. They don't match. I don't care what anybody else says. My belief is that they do not match. So therefore, I have been on public record as saying it was not an airplane. Period.
So if it was no airplane, there is still an airplane missing with, I think, 65 people in it, or?
Somewhere there's an airplane missing. But somewhere there are other things that aren't explained by the public news that's been made available.
Okay, so we'll stop it right there. And before I begin the breakdown and the enhancement, let me just say that I'm not a QTuber. I'm not obsessed with the whole JFK Jr. is alive thing. This is not about me. I'm not trying to draw attention to myself and say, "Oh, look what a great video analyst I am." I'm not an egomaniac. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a crazy person. Quite sane. Okay, Donna? I don't need help. Well, I need help with some things, but not psychiatric help. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at this together, shall we, ladies? Oh, and this isn't just some guy who happens to look a little bit like JFK Jr. This is JFK Jr.